Okay.
Yeah, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichio, one and only celebrities here. So, and my people agree to. I apologize for being late, almost 30 minutes late. There was logistic problem from the side of Nigeria, and we're trying to resolve it since. And if you see the background, you know I'm not in the studio. I'm on transit, but because I consider this program very important for all of us, I have to show up. And today we'll be having Gambo Abubakar Muhammed, who is the former Senate President of NAS. And because we are trying to return the voice of Nigerian students who have been bringing in leaders of Nigerian students across the globe, across Africa. And today we have Gambo Abubakar Muhammed. He was Senate President of NAS from Niger State. And also, the topic we are going to discuss today is very, very straight. So, what is the contribution? What is our way? A call for nation building. How do we unite ourselves to be able? How do we become patriotic Nigerians as Nigerian students? How do we become great ambassadors of Nigeria for nation building? So that is the major thing we're talking about today, and some other questions that might come up. So let me have the privilege to bring on board in this studio Gambo Mohammed.
Uh, Thank you very much, sir. The name remains Gambo Abubakar Muhammed. I'm
Yes.
an indigenous of Niger State, and I'm a master student of Ibrahim Badamasi Babangida University, that is IBB University, La Pai. I have the rare privilege to be on this platform today. Let me thank you most sincerely for having me. Uh, I have been a member of this organization right from my days, during my days of the NCE, because as a trained teacher, I happen to have passed through my grade two, that is the grade two teachers college, after which I enrolled in Niger State College of Education, Mina. But my first contact with this association was whilst I was doing my first degree, that is in guidance and counseling. I have had the opportunity of joining through some of the leaders that came to our institution then for advocacy and also to champion the cause of Nigerian students. There was a fee increment in that institution as far back as 2004, if I remember very well. Again, I was still young. That was how I picked interest in the organization. And so far, so good. This organization, they have leverage on the platform it has provided that I can proudly beat my chest today that there is no state in Nigeria that I have never been to that I have one or two friends cutting across religion, cutting across tribe, cutting across ethnicity. So I do consider myself as a true Nigerian because I can call a friend in Enugu to render assistance to anybody that is stranded. I can call a friend in Calabar. I can call a friend in Imo. I can call a friend in Bielsa. I can call a friend in Delta. This is the Nigerian spirit this organization have inculcated in us. Whilst I serve as the Senate President, it is no longer hidden that I led so many struggles in the liberation of Nigerian students. I have led struggles in Sokoto to reinstate Union President. I have led struggle also in Usman Danfodio while the fee, their school fees was increased. I have went to College of Education, Gidanwaya, to reinstate students that were rusticated. I've been to Akwa Ibom State, that is University of Uyo, to equally led one struggle or the other. The struggles we have led as far as the organization is concerned are too numerous to mention on this platform. But I am one personality that have paid my dues. And I remember back in 2012, during the subsidy removal of the Jonathan administration, the then government arrested some of us and incarcerated us for almost 3 months. We were going to court before we got justice. So I am one veteran that have contributed and have paid my dues in this organization. That is why my colleagues, students, have deemed it necessary to call me out to come and contest for the post of the NANS president. This is the little I have to say for now. And thank you for giving me this platform.
Hmm? Yeah. Who is talking? Okay. Well done. Let's
Thank
go
you.
straight to why we're here. That's a good introduction, and people are watching. Great Nigerian students. We remember we have Gambo Abubakar Muhammed, the former Senate President of National Association of Nigerian Students, a veteran. He has mentioned to your hearing many struggles he has led to make sure he reinstated some students who were rusticated when school fees were rascally increased. They went there for struggle. Yesterday, I was with Yusuf, and I asked Yusuf, why is the voice of Nigerian students dying now? But naturally, he said the Tinubu administration has given NANS the opportunity to speak and participate in policy making in Nigeria more than any other administration. So I was encouraged. So today you are facing us, but we have a very striking question for you. You want to contest for the president of NANS. It's okay, but you were former NANS president. I remember that your government impeached one of the presidents for maybe doing one or two things that are supposed to, that didn't follow the procedure. So, and today you want to be president. Okay. So, what were those things you saw that were bad in that administration that you legislatively spearheaded the impeachment? Those things that we wouldn't want you to do if by God's grace you become president.
Well, thank you very much for bringing up this question. It's a testament that you have done your research very well about my person. Sincerely speaking, as one person who I joined this organization just to ensure that I speak, I become a voice for the voiceless Nigerian students. I equally have joined this organization because I have seen the level of malsculation, the level of maltreatment, the level of injustice across various tertiary institutions in Nigeria. And that is why some of us have, at one point or the other, have reason to have issues with our lecturers, with our school management, because we always speak when we see injustice. Like you have said, whilst I serve as Senate President, I did something that is unprecedented, something that has never happened in the history of the organization, that the Senate arises to impeach the President. It's a story I don't want to go back to because along the line, there are some narratives that doesn't fit at that particular point in time. And I think in order to correct the wrongs that have befall and have bedeviled the voice of this organization is the more reason why I have offered myself. Now I have answered the clarion call to contest for the office of the president. I have seen that there is so much power in this organization that it's not utilized for the benefit of the common Nigerians. I've equally seen that there are so many opportunities abound, especially with the coming of President Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. He have given the latitude to this organization to soar high, to do things that will change and shape the course of history in this country. Uh, the previous government weren't as friendly as the current administration. And it is the more reason why some of us now are agitated that given the opportunity, what we have done, even with the emasculation in the past, and with the freedom and the latitude that has been given to the organization now, that we can do better. That has been our driving force as far as the context is concerned. And like I have said, as someone who has served in the legislative arm at the highest level, I know the things that are right and I know the things that are wrong in this organization, not to fall any booby trap or to fall in to allow anything that will come that will not be in tandem with the constitution of this organization. As the Senate President, then I was the custodian of the constitution, and when things went wrong, I raised it at that time with my colleagues. Despite the fact that our constitution do not envisage, we have to invoke the doctrine of necessity to ensure that we show the way out to the then president. And to the glory of God, it is today in the annals of the history that Comrade Abubarka Muhammed is one who stood for justice at that point in time. That Abubarka Muhammed is the one who have defied all form of intimidation, all form of inducement, financial inducement, then to do what was right for the organization. And that is why today I can proudly beat my chest. That given the opportunity, nobody among the contestants now have the pedigree that I have. Nobody have the credentials. Nobody have labored for this organization like I have done. And that is why I can boldly beat my chest everywhere I am in the world that if it comes to the service to Nigerian students, if it comes to protection of the welfare and sanctity of Nigerian students, nobody have paid the price and nobody can do it better than I can do it. And that is why I'm not resting on my horses. I've been moving from campus to campus. I've been moving from one new and cranny to the other to convince Nigerian students that indeed their support for my candidature is the best thing that will happen to this organization in recent times. There are so many agendas we want to roll out and leverage on the platform and the opportunity this government has provided so that Nigerian students will maximize the benefits that come with it. Thank you for bringing up this question. I would want to drop the curtain here and allow if there are questions to be asked so that they will come up.
Okay, that's great. Even though for administrative purposes and respect for peace and progress and coordination, especially now that you are vying for presidency, you applied a lot of diplomacy in your answer, and I understand the reason because you are at the forefront, and they say those who live in a glass house does not throw stone. So, and being a NANS member before, I know what that entails. But it's good that the question came up, and at least people will know you played an important role when, and a courageous one, when you're supposed to, as Senate President of NANS. So, thank you for your answer. One of the things I want to go ahead is that I see that this Tinubu's government is really, so favorable to NANS. Because naturally, NANS is, they are not anti-government, but in parentheses, they confront government when diplomacy is exhausted. But it's like this Tinubu's government does not even allow you people to exhaust diplomacy, not to talk of confronting the government. So what and what do you think the Tinubu government has in place for Nigerian students that is making them earn the position of the most friendly administration with Nigerian students?
Thank you very much for this question. Siwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu is one man that knows the Nance way. And what I mean by knowing the Nance way is he has been involved in so many activism that have taken place even during the military junta. He has sponsored a lot of civil society and civil liberty organizations to carry out their activities just so we will have this democracy we are enjoying today. So, and as a man who has been in the trenches also, He understands the ways and he understands the role that nuns have played during those successive military junta. And now, being at the hands of affairs, he has said it that a 4-year course is going to be a 4-year course. A 5-year course is going to be a 5-year course, and he has lived up to that word he has mentioned. Because usually there is nothing Nigerian students like so much, like when they gain admission now, and in the next 4 years, they are done with their studies. In the past, it has not been like that. What we have suffered is that when you entered for a 4-year course, you don't get to finish until maybe after 6 years. When I did my degree, after my NC, it was supposed to be just a 3 years program, but we had to go to strike almost on like 3 occasions. One of it was close to 1 year. Another one was around 6 months. Another one was around 9 months. So when you look at this month put together, that's you have lost almost 2. You have added 2 years to the 4 years you are supposed to have your degree. So this is what Asiwaju have promised. And if you discover that these are some of the what are the issues that bring up some of these issues, at times it is the government policy, and at times it's as a result of the management, so to say. Because when the government they refuse to meet some of the agreements they have made with the union, that is the ASU, the SANU, and so on and so forth, this is what usually led to strikes. So also, if management just wake up overnight, especially from the federal institutions, and begin to increase fee arbitrarily, Asiwaju will quickly through the NUC, that is the National University Commission, Nigerian University Commission, call the management of those institutions. You have no reason to increase tuition fee because of the challenges that parents are facing today. Maybe they pay 40,000 and you just wake up overnight and jack up the fee to like 100,000. That's over 100% increment. So Asiwaju's administration has been very, very strategic in handling some of these issues. So you don't have to exhaust the C's, that is the 3 C's we have in us, which is consultation, consolidation, and confrontation. So in most cases, he has tried to manage this issue to stop at the consolidation level. Having consulted with both the management or the person concerned, who, given time, they didn't react to changing the narratives. He goes ahead, we goes ahead to consolidate. So he always make sure that that consolidation level that he solves the issue. So that is why it has been smooth sail both for government and for NANS. And like I told you, that no administration has given the latitude to this, to our organization. No administration ever in the history of this country have given the kind of cooperation Asiwaju administration have given to NANS. And I tell you, he doesn't allow even his ministers to address issues. If there are issues, he creates a direct channel where you have the opportunity of meeting him, because he is the man who wears the shoe. So as the man who wears the shoes, he is the one who knows where it pinches. When you raise some of these issues with him, he quickly and swiftly make sure he calls the people or the ministry concerned or the agency concerned to have an interface and quickly address the issue. So NAN's president will tell you that I have had the opportunity of meeting Nigeria's president more than 10 times. So what is he doing when he meets Nigerian president? It is because it is a direct channel that has been created so that he will convey the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerian students directly to our father, who is the president of the country. And like I said, I make bold to say that no administration will succeed, because when you listen, you get to hear the root of the problems and you can quickly know how to tackle them. Unlike the former government that comes that will say, NANS is no longer doing its job, or NANS is no longer representing the student, or NANS is no longer the voice of the masses. This administration, there are so many things that are not even in the education sector. This organization have exposes misappropriation in most of our campuses. It have exposes financial malfeasance in most ministries, departments, and NDAs, and the government have acted very swiftly in making sure it addressed the issue. So, but it's part of the reason why when I was called upon to come and contest, I do not hesitate because I know it is a platform, the platform that have been given. Some of us who have experiences can leverage on this platform to maximize the benefit for Nigerian students. It is the more reason why we are going all out now to let Nigerians see why we are a better candidate than any other person that is putting himself forward for this election. I want to draw the curtain here, but there are so many things that this government have done to earn the trust of NANS. I mentioned one, like recently they donated the CNG buses. The high cost of transportation is now one of the major problems that Nigerian students are faced with. So the government have roll out, I think, close to 20 CNG buses, and there are more to come to be shared among our tertiary institutions so that our students can live from their dormitories to their classes, to their lecture halls, to their research centers without paying so much. These are some of the areas, and the state are now copying. From the state I came from, Niger State, our governor recently do not only donated buses, but have gone ahead to give 2 billion at a go, 2 billion naira for in form of bursary allowances to indigent students in the state. Apart from the initial 546 million he has given, he has donated buses for ease of transportation of Nigerian students. So we can equally talk to other state governors given the opportunity to bring some of this thing just so Nigerian students can go to school and have their study without any hindrance. Thank you very much, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Gambo Abubakar Muhammed, for your articulation and proper representation. So we give it. So since yesterday, I've been happy. Um, I give it to the Tinubu administration because I am part and parcel of Nigerian students. For every corner of NANS and Nigerian students are saying because of his past participation in activism, he has really recognized NAS, and that's a very big and very big, you know, um, score for him. And for me, I am happy with that dimension. So nobody is perfect. There are other areas that the government of Nigeria is not doing it. But on this point we are discussing now, I think we'll give it to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for allowing Nigerian students to be active participants in the policy making. And here's our cry, Nigerian students, each time they call upon him. So that's great. Okay, you just mentioned the donation of 30 billion, 2 billion naira, and about 540 million from the the youthful governor of Minna State, because he's also a youth, and
Yes.
that shows his heart, his youthful heart. So, but now that you are contesting, and you have this kind of governor that have this kind of youthful mindset, are you sure that he's going to throw his weight behind your aspiration, at least to clinch the office of the president of NAMS as your home base? Because if your home does not support you, you are not a good son.
Well, thank you very much for this question. I didn't even come out to make the pronouncement for contest. My contest was as a result of the outcry by great Nigerian students in Niger State at a particular function that asked me to come out. And they begged him because he was present in that program. They begged him that all my life, or right from the time I joined the organization, hello,
I'm with you. Go ahead.
hello. Oh,
I'm with
okay,
you,
okay. Right from the time I joined the organization,
Mama. I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
I have had cause. Okay, I have had cause to leave the organization, but something kept pushing me.
Go ahead.
something kept pushing me. One, to mentor the younger ones. Two, to be their voice where they cannot speak. And three, to assist them to navigate some of the challenges that we are faced with in our society. So they made a plea on him that day that they want him to not only be a supporter, but he should actually take it upon himself to other state governors and other
Hello, it's like network is giving trouble to Gambo Abubakar Muhammed, the former Senate President of NANS from Niger State. And you can see he has been doing justice to the questions we asked him. First of all, we asked him about the impeachment. When he was Senate President, he impeached the former NANS President for some um, for some legislative reasons, and he gave us reason why he did so. This time, he's contesting for presidency, and we asked him, "What of if you are found in the same shoe or the same
or the
thing
same
that
thing
the
that
president
the president
did?
did.
So, what will be your
So, what
reaction?"
would be your reaction?
Okay, he's trying to come back.
Come
It's
back,
like his
it's like
network. He's trying to be back in the station, and once he come back, we'll continue from where we're stopping, or where we stopped. And remember, this is Chinedu Anichi TV, your one and only celebrity CS, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV, streaming live from St. Louis, Missouri. Today we are not in the studio. You can see the background, but we made effort. Even the camera um, production will show you we are on transit, and because what we are doing is very, very important. I know that a lot of I've been getting a lot of calls. There's somebody, a very important personality in the world. I was shocked yesterday. I got a call for 1 hour. I was with him for 1 hour on the phone. He told me you are building Africa. Chinedu, you are building Africa. He did not give me money. He did not give me anything, but he so much encouraged me. He told me this, what you are doing is repositioning Africa where it should be, giving voice to African people. So I was so encouraged. I was so inspired to do more when I heard from a man of that caliber. He spoke with me for completely 1 hour. So I don't know but what I know is that we are doing our best. He is back. Oh my God, he went out again. So what I'm saying is that you can do better. You can send me a message. You can encourage me. You can participate. You can share. You can let other people know. Let's watch this show on Wednesday to from Monday to Sunday. Chinedu Anichi TV is on. No? And somebody is here. Yes, you are back to the station. Thank you, Gambo Abubakar Muhammed. Maybe network struck you off. Maybe you got a call, and because you're using your phone, you got a call. Normally, what you do is put your phone on do not disturb, so that the call will not interfere with what you are doing now. So that was an excellent answer to my question. My question was, do you think he's going to throw a weight behind you as a youthful governor that we know that he likes things that concerns Nigerian students? And you were explaining to us that your aspiration was not as if you notched it up individually, but it was a persuasion from great Nigerian students from Niger State, who in one certain occasion asked
yeah.
the governor to be part of the struggle. So, and he gave it a positive response. And
Yes.
so that's another way of saying that you are sure it's going to throw weight
Yes.
behind your contest.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, that's. I will wish you luck. Just like this is a media setting, and in our
Yeah.
media setting, we're not supporting anybody. All I want
Yes.
to do is to give you opportunity. This has never
Mm.
happened in NAS,
Mm.
where we give presidential aspirants of NAS opportunity to come and express themselves to the whole world.
Oh, that's true. Mm.
This has never happened. So, and this
Mm.
is my own very worthy contribution to the
Uh,
building
thank,
of NAS.
thank you
And
very
that's
much.
why
We
we
really
are
appreciate this platform.
African
Yes.
voice in diaspora. So it is a good thing. Let's hear from people. Let our
Yes.
people talk.
Thank
Let's
you
know
very
even
much.
the
We really
faces
appreciate
of,
this platform.
because a lot of things that have happened for over 5 years now. Somebody will become a NAS president. Nobody even knows him.
Knows him. That's
We
true.
don't even
That's
know
true.
him. We don't even know his face. So, but at least people are coming out and saying things, and social media cannot lie. TV stations like this cannot lie. The media
Yes.
can bring out what you say.
Like
So,
that.
if you are in your
Yes.
administration start contradicting the claims of today, we can refer to it.
Yes. That's true.
So, and
That's true.
for you to come out and speak to the whole globe, because people are watching this thing, they watch it from every corner of the world. So, for you to come and talk about how and uh, ways you handle some things here will give you the consciousness to sit up. So it's of great advantage to NAS and to especially to the structure that is existing. On Friday, I will be having the incumbent Senate president on this show. You understand? A pre-convention analysis. I want to ask him questions and interview him on how he's preparing for the pre-convention that will take place in Lagos. So all those things should be brought to the to be brought to the notice of Nigerian students. So you are welcome.
That's
One
true.
other thing I want to ask you is like what inspired you to be in this race? And if eventually God wills is granted to you, how will you execute this policy? And how will you especially return NANS to campuses?
Hmm. Yeah, thank you very much for this question. There have been the call all the time, virtually all the time. If people come and want to be given opportunity to serve in NANS, they will say they will return NANS back to campus. Me, I am a campus student. I am not an Abuja-based. I'm not an Abuja-based NANS comrade. I still go to my lectures. I still go for my seminars, that is for my masters. I still go to conferences. Till this day, even though my lectures are just restricted for 3 times, 3 days in a week, except if there are places we have not been able to cover and they fix extra days for our lectures. So campus business is what I have done all my life. Of course, I cannot shy away from the fact that there are people that will go pick admission up because they want to contest office in NANS, and after getting it, they will never return to that institution again. I think some of these people have done the biggest disservice to this organization because it has not only led to name calling of the organization, but it has also led to name dropping of the organization. People will be calling the organization all sorts of names. I first will leverage on the platform that have been created. The world have gone global, and entrepreneurship is what is leading the charge now in Nigeria. What they are teaching in our institution now are just a theoretical thing when it comes to the actual entrepreneurship. I want to beg our governor because he has centered virtually most of his activities around
I hope
infrastructure.
you know. I hope you know I'm still with you, but I want to
Yes,
project
I
only
know,
you.
I know,
Okay,
I know, I know.
go ahead.
He has keyed into the agri sector. I know what agriculture sector can do to the life of citizenry, not only Nigerian students, but to the life of citizenry of this country. And there are so many opportunities abound that this government have provided in the Bank of Industry, in the Bank of Agriculture, in the SMEDAM, and so many other sister agencies like that, that we are not leveraging on. So there is a program I want to do that on a student will own an hectare. We are still working on the blueprint. Now I've gotten experts that are assisting us develop the blueprint so that if God give us the power, we'll hit the ground running right from the first day. And we have partners like the Bank of Industry, the Bank of Agriculture, and so on and so forth, where they will give grants to Nigerian students to own, even if it is just an hectare of farmland in our state across the country. I have friends now who are into farming, just a small garden of 1 hectare, and you discover that at the end of every 3 to 5 months, when you do your harvest, you have close to ₦1 million. So you don't have to wait for white-collar job when you finish school. The white-collar job that is not there when you finish institution, but when you can go into agriculture. So agriculture is one area we want to explore as an organization. The Ministry of Agri today give tractors at a concession rate, give fertilizer at even almost on a free basis. And NANS need to leverage on some of these freebies that come with the Asiwaju government just to advance the cause of Nigerian students. In some of our tertiary institutions, we have land that we cannot, if in the next 100 years, if we will be alive, development would have not reached some of the vast land we have. We can harness this land for the benefit of Nigerian students. We don't have to pay a dime. All we need to do is to do the clearing of site. We would engage our state government to assist us in some of those areas. More so, the SMEDAN have create with this administration, the coming of this administration, the SMEDAN have create a partnership with the NANS. And even though it have not actually come to fruition the way some of us would have thought, because almost 1 year down the drain, we are still at formative stage. We will quickly leverage on that and would ensure that Nigerian students maximize the benefit, because they are into so many training, like carpentry, like tailoring, like they have one of the largest workstation now in Nigeria, where if you know how to sew, you go there and you sew at no price. You sew at no price. They collect contracts from multinationals and so on and so forth, where you can go and do a daily job and you get you have sustenance, not only for yourself but for your family that sent you to school, just like it is done in the abroad. You study and you work, you study and you work. So the SMEDAN is providing such platform now, and Nigerian students, there is low education, a low enlightenment when it comes to that. So our administration is going to leverage on that if given the mandate, and we will take the enlightenment to Nigerian students so that they can benefit from some of these largesse that are bound in this government. More so, one area we have found very, very lucrative now is the IT. The IT sector is one that is seriously taking the lead all over the world. And here in Nigeria, we have not explored this. So we are going to partner with NIDA and the NCC to see how Nigerian students can participate, can bring some of this hidden knowledge they have that today they will say they are using it for Yahoo Yahoo and so on and so forth. No, some of these knowledges, if you harness them, it is going to add to the GDP of our country. You can use it in the other way around and influence the technology all over the revolution that is going on in the IT sector all over the world. All we need is to leverage and call on some of these that have this technical know-how, so that instead of using it in the bad light, they will use it in the good light, and it will add up to the GDP of our country. There are so many we have set out to achieve as an administration if given the mandate. And I will beg that you continue to host this announce on this platform, because this is the only way the world can hear us. This is the only world, the entire world will know that nouns of that people have alleged against yesterday is not the nouns of today. The nouns today is nouns that is maximizing the opportunity and the platform that have been given by this current administration. And if there are issues, if there are partnership, if there are things they can bring that will further the cause of this organization, we are open to partnership. We are open to suggestions. We are open to some of this technical know-how that is abound in other clients, so that here in Nigeria we can equally bring it to benefit the citizens. This is my call to the international community. This is my call to Glo, that we cannot do it alone, that we need their intervention, that we need their support, that we need the technical know-how that they have in other clients to equally be brought to Nigeria, so that Nigerian students can be at par with their colleagues all over the world. This is just about the little I have to say now. Like I said, we have a think tank now that is working, a think tank of very cerebral individuals that have seen it all in this organization, that are already putting up documents, so that if given the opportunity, we will hit the ground running right from the first day. I thank you most sincerely for this opportunity, and I look forward to coming to this platform anytime you want me to come again. Thank you very much to our audience for their patience, for all the technical hitches we have had before the commencement of the program. I look forward to coming back to this platform again. Thank you very much.
Yeah, before we draw the curtain, Gambo, I want you to tell us your plan on how to minimize, if not to eradicate entirely, because it's not always easy, to minimize factionalization in NAS. I remember there was a time in NAS that they had 4 presidents of NANS and 4 Senate presidents of NANS. I was wondering, that was during the time of Chidi Lojobe. So, and I was so perturbed, I was so disturbed. But today, as you aspire to be president of NAS and with the spirit of building the nation that we are talking about today, what is your strategy? What is your plan? The policies you will put in place, the strategies you will put in place to make sure you reduce factionalization to the barest minimum or even totally eradicate them. It's not impossible.
Well, thank you very much. We have had factions in the past, largely due to the way elections are handled in the organization, and so also due to the attitude of the winners of such elections. If eventually God crown our effort and I emerge as NAN's president, for me, there will be no victor and there will be no vanquish. A lot of people that are contesting with me now are mostly are my friends. Some of them we have shared, we've been together for more than 10 years, right from our undergraduate days. We've been together with some of them that are contesting today. And I think one of the major problems the organization have always find itself that have been the major cause of factionalization in the organization has been the attitude of the winners. When you win election and you want to make it be as if winner has it all, is usually what provoke others. Maybe having sense that there is no election process in the whole entire world that is perfect. Even the biggest democracy in the world, America, have at one point or the other had issues when it comes to electioneering process. So, but what is important is that you don't rubbish the entire institution because you win or you lose an election. And so, if the winner, as a winner, I should be able to extend the hand of fellowship to my colleagues who lost in the election. That I cannot do the work alone. I need them to come around so that we would achieve what we all have set out to achieve. Because for anyone to say you want to contest for announce president, it means he has something that have been the motivation. He has something that have been the drive that is pushing him to say you want to contest. So we can all bring these motivations together. We can all bring this drive together because no man is an island of knowledge. So we harvest all these, some of these peculiar interests we have, some of these peculiar agendas we have. We'll bring them together just so Nigerian students can benefit maximally from it. So right from day one, I would make sure I extend the hand of fellowship to my colleagues who contested with me and see how we can remedy whatever situation we find ourselves at that point in time. For some, we are already talking that okay, eventually if it goes my way, I am going to accept whatever the outcome is. I have equally pledged to others that if it goes their way, I'm equally going to support them to succeed. So this type of fraternity, this type of understanding engender this unity of purpose. That whoever win at the end of the day, we don't see ourselves as rival now. We don't see ourselves as enemy. We only see ourselves as people who are contending for one post, which must only go to one person. So should it go to Mr. A, B, or C, we should be able to accept defeat in good faith. And as a winner, you should equally be able to embrace and extend that hand of fellowship to those who lose, so that we can still continue to be one united family. We would equally, as much as possible, ensure that the convention planning committee that is going to come up after the pre-convention give a level playing ground, because it is one of the reasons. And how do you give a level playing ground? You ensure a credible electoral process. That is to say that before the election, we already know how many tertiary institutions are going to vote. Okay, maybe you say this year it is 100 or 200 tertiary institutions that have been accredited. And so you don't come to the convention ground and say, no, it is 300. By so doing, people will be agitated. People will say, where did the 100 come out from when you told us that it is 200 that are going to participate in this convention? These are some of the reasons that we have seen in the past that have led to the factionalization of the organization. So also, the undue interference by certain forces that I am not privy to saying on this platform have equally led to that, led to the factionalization. The politicization of the organization also is one of the reasons. But I know over time, if you sell your agendas, your manifestos to great Nigerian students, and you present yourself in a very decorous way, they go with you. It is one thing that have helped the current administration of now. So we are equally appealing to their conscience now. We are equally appealing based on some of our past antecedents and credentials we have that are visible and obvious to all, that they should give us the opportunity to, on this global scale now, in order to serve Nigerian students. And we believe that looking at our antecedents and our precedents in this organization, Nigerian students will do justice to everyone that is deserved of it on that day. And we pray that it should come our way so that some of these agendas will be manifest and they will be the major beneficiaries of it. This is just the little I have to say. If there is a credible process, there is, no matter the hues and cries, wherever there will only be one winner. So whoever wins, I am ready to throw my weight behind him. Eventually, it is not me. And I will appeal to other contestants also that should it be me at the end of the day, they should equally come and support me, because all we are out for is to serve Nigeria. As far as I am concerned, to the best of my knowledge and ability is to serve Nigerian students. I cannot speak for others. I have done it in the past, and given the opportunity, I can do that again and again and again. I thank you most sincerely. I have to go. I have a meeting now, and they've been calling all this while so that it won't change that if I give them. I value this opportunity you have given me. I can do it for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, because as a teacher, I am a trained teacher, and this is what I love doing. I thank you most sincerely that as a former leader of this organization, you are giving back to this organization. If we have 10 people like you giving back to this organization in other strata, this organization will be the pride of Nigerian students. Thank you once again. I appreciate this opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Gambo Abubakar Muhammed. We are going to leave you to go for your meeting. And my people, you have seen this is Gambo Muhammad Abubakar, the former Senate President of NAS from Niger State, and a presidential candidate or aspirant for the office of National President of NAS. So thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to. But before you finally draw the curtain and wave to us, what will you tell Nigerian students about Chinedu Initiative?
I think this is a great initiative. I will share this with so many platforms that I am involved in. If we have a TV like this, I believe not only Nigeria, and not only Nigerian students, not only but Nigeria, our country, will be presented in the positive light that it is to the global community. So I encourage that I'm going to be an ambassador to this TV. I'm going to share it with hundreds of my supporters so that they can equally be part of it each time there are discussions like this. TV have shown its patriotism that in spite of the challenges our country is faced with, and the Rome is not built in a day. America has suffered over 200 years trying to find its feet before it gets to where it is. Nigeria is just barely 64 years old. Of course, we are in trying times, but as an incurable optimist in my belief in Nigeria, I believe what you are propagating this TV would continue to shine the light on our dear country. We continue to present our country in the appropriate perspective where it should be. So I give kudos to this TV, and I'll continue to be its ambassador. I'll share it in all the platforms that I'm involved in so that they could equally participate each time discussions like this are going. We can do more. I want to get that if given the opportunity, I want us to do more on this platform so that the global community will see how well we are equally doing, not the false narrative that is being put out every now and then. Ani Chukwu TV is one that we continue to celebrate for its stand for excellence, for its stand for the true Nigerian spirit. I thank you for this opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Gambo Abubakar Muhammed. I also thank you for making time to be here. God bless you. We'll still bring you bring you back when, depending on our agreement with the NANS executives and for the pre-convention, we'll still have opportunity to showcase all of you. In one day, all of you will be on the same time, and we can fraternize as brothers before the main contest. God bless you.
God
Thank you.
bless you.
Thank you. Hello, my people. You have seen we had in the show today Gambo Abubakar Muhammed from Niger State, former Senate President of NAS. And he has been here. We'll ask him some questions on what he'll be able to put in place to make Nigerian students' voice be heard in Nigeria. So you heard him clearly. And on Friday, we'll be having the incumbent, the serving Senate President of NAS. And we will be discussing the pre-convention of NAS, Nigerian students managing themselves in Lagos State 2024, their plans, what they intend to achieve, and how Nigerian students' voice will be heard, and what is their connectivity with other African students and globally NAS in diaspora. So a lot will happen on Friday. Try and and on Saturday too, I will be having our sister. She has just sent a video to me. Our sister, who is the first black woman to be elected into council, what we call mayor of a district or a county in Republic of Ireland. That is Councillor Helen Obu will be on our show live. So you can just hear her voice. I think you just need the video now. Show on Saturday, the 23rd of November.
Central American time, 1 p.m., and p.m., Irish time, 7 p.m. Please make sure you tune in. Chinedu and Niche show on the 23rd of November. And I look forward to seeing you all and chatting with you, Councillor Helen Obu from Galway, Ireland. Thank you so much. Take care. See you on Saturday. God bless. Bye.
Okay, so we'll be having Councillor as the pride of Africa. This is a woman because of her community services. She was called upon, elected into what do you call it, council as the county mayor of Galway East, Galway City East in Ireland, and just in June this year, either June or July this year. I'm not very. I will find out the dates exactly, but between June and July this year. And now, even as he's serving, he has performed so well that he has a presidential um, appreciation or endorsement or validation. And they have now called her to come and contest for a higher office in the what they call the national election. And the party has already brought her out as their candidate because of what she's doing. So we as Africans, we are so proud of her. And we will be hosting her on Saturday in the show, 8 p.m. Nigerian time, as you heard her, 1 p.m. Central American time, and 7 p.m. Irish time for those who will be in Ireland. A lot of people, a lot of diplomats, a lot of her contestants. This is a woman that her husband was assassinated in Nigeria, contesting for House of Rep in Idato North in Imo State, Nigeria, West Africa. So we want to hear from this woman, and she didn't give up. She's representing Nigeria, she's representing Africa, she's representing us very well in the Republic of Ireland. So I am inviting you on Saturday also, just like I'm inviting you on Friday, 8 p.m. to come and listen to the senior president of National Association of Nigerian Students. On Sunday also, we'll be having a serious program across the globe, people from different areas. Last Sunday was so much. This Sunday we'll be talking about DNA. Should DNA be encouraged in families, both home and abroad? So I want you to participate. I want you to come and tune in. Tune in to Chinedu Anichi TV on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, any of these places. Just Chinedu Anichi TV. All true. Very soon we'll be live on LinkedIn and X. That's former Twitter. Very soon we'll be showing live on all those ones. We're just trying to arrange a studio to be able to connect those destinations. Chinedu Anichi TV will be exactly the same time as I am live here now. If you go to Chinedu Anichi TV on Instagram, you'll be watching me. If you go to Chinedu Anichi TV on Facebook, you are watching me live as I'm talking now. And if you go to Chinedu Anichi TV on YouTube, you are watching me. So by next week, we will also add X, that's former Twitter, and we also add LinkedIn. So that if you are in all these platforms, you will be watching us live. So if you want to participate, if you want to do anything that is positive, that is encouraging, that represents the values of African tradition, Africa, and something that encourages humanity, something that is educative, something that is life-saving, don't hesitate to call us on +1 701 989 1910. +1 701 989 191. Send us WhatsApp, or you can send us a mail on chineduanichitv@gmail.com. chineduanichitv@gmail.com. Come and participate. And if this is your first time of the follow, touch the follow button, touch the notification bell, so that each time we're on a live show, you'll be notified and you will partake. And try to be active whenever you're here. Try to comment, try to share, and try to constructively criticize even the speaker. by coming out to the show. And if you want to participate, we can send you a link to join and see your own view. So African Voice in Diaspora has come to stay. And that is Chinedu Initiative. I'll be leaving you now. And I'm expecting you to be here back on by 8 p.m. tomorrow, Nigerian time, 1 p.m. Central American time. We keep moving. Thank you. For those of you on Instagram, I can't mention all your names, but Beneventure.bola is there. Engineer underscore Ume. Murphy Omorowa is there. Makeup by Orbis.glam. Love Stand 35. Godson 6599. Ifeanyi, you also joined. A lot of you. I am Prince Richie is there. Zine Ojuku. Deity Isis. Serenity Jane. Serenity Jane, how are you doing? I am Don Josie. Don Josie will be on our show live. Don Josie will be on our show live from Canada on Sunday. We'll be participating in the talk show that our topic is the DNA. Is it encouraged or disencouraged in African families, both abroad and home? That's what we'll be discussing on Sunday. Don Josie will be there. Tambari will be there. A lot of people, very responsible people across the group. One person from Canada, one person from America, one person from Australia will all be in this show. Come and participate and be happy. God bless you. I've seen somebody I value so much. And Sugar Destiny Official. Sugar Destiny Official. Thank you for standing with the family always. Standing with elegance, standing with beauty, and standing with everything. So, um, so let's see you 8 p.m. tomorrow, 8 p.m. on Saturday, 8 p.m. on Sunday. It's going to be a shutdown. Good afternoon. Yeah, Sugar Destiny. How are you doing? One of these days you'll be contributing to what we're saying because I know you have the experience, you have the sagacity, and you have the connect. I've always jealously wanted you to be on this show, but I know you're taking your time. One of these days, I know you will come. God bless you, all of you. I can't mention all of you. And those on Facebook, Kizije, Zamarachi, Onyekachi Okpe, all of you, I can't mention all your names. And those of you watching from YouTube, God bless you. God bless you for coming and watching us. Thank you. Remember, my name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO, and this is Chinedu Anichi TV. Today, something happened, and I want to give a testimony on this show. Shortly before my show, there's something I'm using to check some BP. I was checking somebody's BP, and I was putting up stuff they are using to check BP. I didn't know that the end button is no more functional. While I was putting it up, the end button went out and the iron went into my ear and almost destroyed my eardrum. But God saved me. So I was rushed to the ER. You can see on my hand. And that's why this place is not my house. But I insisted that the devil cannot stop me from showing up on this show. So I brought in one corner of the hospital, I brought my computer and I clicked to my show. And right here now, I don't want to show you other parts because of the restriction. But I want to tell you, we are in here to bring, back to back educative content to you. And we are ready to do the sacrifice. So what are you waiting for also? Reciprocate this grace gesture by active participation. Goodbye today. See you tomorrow. God bless you.